Okay, I'm sure you start to be my year to a comedian. So because I was ya near anyway. 13 after 4. And come on in here, the old petty in any. Obey, you can see where you are cutting away a man, you see. Okosua Aide a cutting away a man, you see. Engineer Kwabena Agyepong. And I need anybody being Kwabena, a senior advisor to the presidential candidate, the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Bawumia, senior advisor at the Dr. Bawumia, former general secretary, NPP. Yaka Dosso, former flag bearer, hopeful. Just a Dosso be brave because I make a car, a bebro, watching no one tears on tea. Engineer Kwabena Agyepong de unhia introduction fufuru bia dan se oti din na no huni pakra mene no eba be din komo e wo fi ha odi mu se elections no emu ayedin mu ayeduru sanse ba bia yeduru no wa anyere wo ho no wotam etu a yenyina ne sa so ntiri mpanimfu asifom ene mpanimfu din komo Ghana fo din komo especially Ashanti region. As I say, what I'm back for my engineer, SC former ne on Ghana for Eba Kasa through this medium. And it's no, my engineer Kwaba. Obetima join us see live on Facebook. Or do I join Eba na Enyada J. Akin Kandina Ediama. Engineer Kwaba.
FOXZY, Nyamisha, who watch a crack.
Pa, is she a hatchapa?
Who say Nyamisha, who do?
And they have been in Yamisha, and they say they're Taramotese, you know. Every time to say some Ronia, you know.
Namakonya is to declare with tea for beer, baby, will be all across the world, on Facebook Live, online platforms, and they were more so Muti, Kumasi, the surrounding places, all your affiliate stations. Masese mususo adwuma amoye de aboa amanyosem mu cheche niemum so that Ghanaians will make an informed decision to abapa hunu akwan oman city a kwan edi oman city no ye kwan pa say shemukina so
I see eje abusua engineer Kwabena Agyepong ana watenen kana engineer yen hyen komo na sese na yen hwe election aka 11 days to go so far Oshe campaign mo ye manifesto ye be fa baby a na yatena se yato ye boase ye didi ho enkomo ohwe election baby adri MPP chance etisen
very bright. In fact, me started for November 4th last year. Then Dr. Bawumia was elected as flag bearer of the MPP. Obi cry Franca. Enema PC nipa pia na omunim se Dr. Bawumia at the time na the first attempt at the presidency me Kobe and the August one this was my second time
or attempt
na ohwe figures unyaya 60 close to 62% unyaya for the general prime minister is the highest ever for any first timer.
Obi kan awakoko contest
first time when yasa. J Kufuor first time when yasa. Nana Kufuor the first time when yasa. It goes to show you say he's been able to build what Timmy Agyepong party no do no abetanichi. Which is very important. Number one. Number two. Also by the time he elected, he elected the main opponent 9 or 8 months previous.
Yeah, sure.
And so with that time handicap, Ono set up the campaign committee, put together a manifesto committee, started an elaborate program. BBI was programmed way back. He also started the first regional visitations or touching all the 16 regional capital.
Yes.
Regional capital be also Bekono.
Ashh FM.
Or yeah, what we call stakeholders engagements.
Yes.
Oni ahemfo, oni asofo, oni enkremofo, oni saichi zongo, and sanwadwumafo, hairdressers, tailors, fitafo, baby mining areas, mining community, any local artisans. Because ono na dwimu de feel say o mine and sana ubenya kwan ahishe o mine. That's why he called it a stakeholders engagement. And no man utie he had a listening ear so bit niema ehia omo niema da o makoma so niema hawon na say December 7 nyankopon ye na dom na Ghana for to abama na nyame hira so no be president wo hunu niema ehia Ghana for and he believes, he said, in fact, the very major change of the Beba is the budgeting process.
Okay.
We feel say we have to have a constituency-based budget because here now constituency to constituency. Ultimately, the constituency.
Yes.
And Kwabena say a better than crime. Now Ministry of Finance and Kwan a budget. Because projects be how because koyo baby nye no ne here. And the Ghana how constituencies be bring a sea market be na because that kind of constituency engagement na eno and the bemu hunu say the here woman the dawo makoma so. And this is the first time in the history of this country, and I've been around. Many Adubo here Nanti, many Kufu Nanti, many Akufo-Addo Nanti, many Chematian Nanti. There's never been a candidate who has such an elaborate campaign. Say, so Kobebia no TSC from Burra Market, Chechi and Crawford. Na ono so the background also eboano.
Okay.
Unim say Dr. Bawumia Oyekremoni. And so ni maame ebe ware ni papa na maame ye Methodist ni. Maame ye wa man call Wesley Girls First ni free stream call. Nti de bia oka say Osano no to say me Methodist Boys Brigade. Nti wo mu fie say say papa no wo 19 to say aka 17.
Okay.
Emu 9 Christopher, emu 8 Friends of religions and bringing people to this chassis or this chassis, this chassis or this chassis. It has been part of his tolerance. Someone to fako. A Kwabena sans will be able to say, okay. Yes, this cohesion in the society. So, and also the idea here to have a strong, cohesive society. Not some of mine. It's about say to wache.
Yes.
Beye jumaden. Nti uhwe na bra boso a. Sebi ono so we brefo kakra. Oka.
Onya ni easy sa.
Onya ni easy sa. Uswa odoba deda.
Yes.
Okwa bruchire kosua de what say. Oye the patron of Lepers Aid. Just a woman akwatafo
yeah.
Kono ni akwatafo didi. Aton say didi ya de be yon. Nti o satima odonipa.
Okay.
Na immediately after you winning election. And can normally MPP di enka yeto aba. Ya na nka yen ye hwe ase no. Na yen yakọ do winning any fee. Na yakọ pledge support. Bawumia antwen kra. Na oninam yen nyina yeso
ba momo
in an attempt to bring everybody together. Pa ni adwempa ni akoma pa owo no. Eno si true na attract me.
Okay.
To him. Until after first round na share almost 70% unya and almost there be. The party has virtually taken a decision. Now after that so why juma Manifesto committee
Ashh FM
set us to work. I mean, I'm a chair housing and infrastructure committee.
Okay.
Put us together, delivered our manifesto. Even before NDC for our Muna, they've had 8 years, 8 months advance.
Yeah.
8 months advance. So if you want somebody who has demonstrated preparedness in the near Brisa obey Jumading, there. This is Ghana for you who say a Dr. Bawumia. Make us say he ordained 9 SC 270 constituencies. 270
okay.
Boots on the ground. Yes, so could never be no afraid constituencies mensa and as Akoma Debbie. Every constituency ordained SC. And Nekra make us say there are places or side in SC. I come in Numbi or Volta region. Biakoye Buem. And also so they program said this week of call. It's all about hard work. We are saying we will be someone in free. Two hoche. Adriani she will num crowd bit me a dear madi unibia. Wo enema politics. And no a friend of politics in the governance.
Sure. Okay.
Because the very essence of politics, the welfare of the ordinary people.
No, correct.
Especially one more in EB.
Yes.
February 7th, or that major policy statement. UPSA.
Yeah.
When he said he's going to lead a new chapter. Some of them sure. Because we all recognize as Ghanaians, however well we have done as a government in the last 8 years, there have been certain difficulties and shortcomings.
Yes.
He was going to lead us to a new chapter. So, enti me jidi se Ghana for no, omo aswensu, omo aswansa. They will give him the benefit of the doubt because only the only president in Ibi, or the vice president. And the main contender, they were the president Nibi. He's been given his opportunity, which opportunity he did not utilize well. In Tina Ghana for a year free hall in a very big manner in 2016. Ono de afena onso. Name yesi agrobe so a ifranoba. Ohwe enema wedi enimu. The amount of policies are what initiative. Ede emwa abregana let's say me jiri say Ghana for the frank nation as a president he will even do more. And again the world is changing. It's a new world now. He has demonstrated a strong understanding of where the world is going. And now to say the clarity of thought now junemo edaho be so the mijidi se Ghana for they would support him. He's earned the respect of Ghanaians and Minimsa Asantimai especially. Here I am a person mema Ghana for nyina tin politics are politics no ye dachi in here.
Okay.
Na nipa bia so wonim baabi a ofiri ba wan hwe ya wanamo a wotuko anim no nhuni. So we need to learn lessons from our history.
Okay.
Na sorry ya na ibedu ha and the population is which is almost young. Over 60% under 40. Nanti mubia ni ranti no. Eturo be na se boni pakoko kakra. Na kai won. First na Ashh FM ni help. Na radio GBC pe na organ.
FM 101.1 Ashh FM.
Mubi ranti ne mpanimfo to ye ho chei. At the risk of our lives. Na fight answer na democracy kebima menkebi. E bitintim. Ghana. Intimity were radios ne binum ka say political parties ni na ya de kra. Ye nya de kro. Okoto onwanu ma.
No kra.
Ye koi e free tete UP tradition. Ye ne ya fight for kebima min kebi. So we believe in democracy and we believe in building business. If we say enkolano de so mrofia to be ese kai ho. And then me tie ye nuanom NDC for na omo de 24-hour day and then why ne begu companies Ghana. PNDC.
See
400 state companies Ghana.
Ana your mine dia na ni nyina ye adwuma.
Na musuru ha na edu nasa.
I know
Ghana bronya biscuits ni ade nyina na Ghana en fi China. Kumasi had a lot of factories here.
FM 101.1.
Nina omuguno tontoye. Nti ene ombejina one ka kire se omudi adwuma beba me hwe omudi. Night life. Curfew yes it that 6. Na egugum kakra 7, 8. Edru baby near that 10. And the man night life, night economy no e collapse in Ghana.
So curfew so ja ban some ne ade.
Na yeso. Enti enne ewiase ye de kakana ne nkola ne bi o na cry there should be a cool no say hey me drew mo hase ya na awose egumi efie bi just across mo street.
Okay.
let me mama bi ho no okọ odifu asare sorry bi a odi na usu in the beginnings of the revolution.
Okay.
Asemu si Kumasi that weekend in February 1982. So tie odifu asare what is na mama no tia omu nyina dwane. Over the weekend, over 30 churches were burnt to the ground. 150 people were killed in Kumasi alone. Unama no apijaunsa. Entina me nese mampeni dada John Mahama say you refri adia. Udika because say Ghana for Kaede especially Kumasi ni Asante ha. Uhwe ye kukudam FD nsia it seems friends BA mensanum safo du chese boachi mattress enkrofo mpanimfo nyuma egu o ase enya asem kitwa tu yeni si wonso enti se Kumasi apa de se mehwe nipa ni bi na si di omuru afidi akoso no mo ye nema bia na ahomte enti da bia no yenya opportunity said ne wodi amame FOXZY na yese me bon nkola no kokko
o ye ba no boy kokko me hu die sie
ye sun die sie enye ya sorry ya ni bedru kemame ke be breye
okay
ansana ye bedru sase enti wo hwe Ghana so ye this 67 years
yes
we
FM
je ko for 8 years enche bia na nado so 8 years ukambuma efie dunsia mebo 16 years Buzi adi saying 3 years 2.5 3 years and 18 and a half 19 just out of 67 years of independence no yeah traditional fair UP4 and abe free Progress Party Popular Front and MPP no yedi mu pa kronje pa dia nka 19 years kwa in sankai ya na binum ka se we free farm muku am du nkroma no kra na mo hihyechi wo de no kan kra 3 years kan ho it is still 21 years out of 67 there akanyina ya CPP stock no omo the other side
nkroma is for
mo so na say NDC are take over a weekend CPP no mo afa so enti usha me de me gidi se Ghana for Emma UP4 MPP4 ye kwan say yentina mu nche kakra the way Ghana be ye ka behwe over the last years yes they've between 21 22 COVID ne mekokoso it was very difficult economically for us nanso so mampani kasem osiso behwe many pe wudie and economy in struggle na economy there you can work it back to life but nipa wu a untimi nyane no and it is true. This is a government that kept everybody at work and so no motivation ni etuaka ensure electricity subsidized the living because there were difficult times na niema mu aye den and so the leadership are buying a show you know we feel said this election they say ye to abade down once
okay
to abakese de down once then so if you go even through the various sectors of the economy akwan me a civil engineer of some reasonable experience me nyini say in my life me hu abaya I try say obe touch so many roles at the same time etro bi kra me catch my colleagues ni say yensuzu
abroso
agenda 111 so we see hospitals akese mu no 111
yes
at the same time me ma famu de nka meka se ko mun stagger ne kakra ye 20 ne ye 20 but adwuna na wa chire no so ye Dr. Bawumia ko be bia oka o se ye pe broad based development
okay
ye pe development a be tachi obia wo Ghana everywhere na nye development e be wo se bi ekrom nko because ye tu kwan kwarantra bia ko dru ba bi wo Ghana ha na obusa ho senti we wom so ye Ghana for say ya na
serious
because baby omo hihye unua ko nkro ni bia se kra tare kra obi anhye bi wo so so enti se we obi a unisa atima udwin nipa ho ene me politics na me gidi say Dr. Bawumia obia o was sunsum no and that determination ye adwumaden tum say ne kra fa wa bre enso na tokoso because he's determined to win this, to extend the life of the government, to ensure say enema pa ye dia tokwem no bitime pija e dia mo man nesi ho o man we your man nyankopon man we are a God blessed country.
Okay.
Inti wo mo a eye beto aba na o ma hyete ke kensem a enim emfata just to raise tensions because even more tensions in the bar and the boa on politics say you know story tia and speak up against such people.
Okay.
Because a idea a hydrin about all day enyan tokwa a hydrin Dr. Bawumia odini policies bebre at all wa challenging the opponents so only need the back one or the vice president or the president on family nkase me buy we na me de buy ya anti aboa o man. That is how politics is supposed to be. That's right. Sa na say yeah amanyosem.
Okay.
Enti sa etutrasem so be hu na nkofobia she t-shirts ni krankrante threatening say ebe kum nipa na wan hwe electoral commission e ben ni number chinchinka. How can you do that in a country like that? And you don't have any condemnation from the leadership of that political party. Banasa a hygiene. Power no modi to me be two liman na kamemi ke
to abana
ya to abana yi no the 2 years pe and a roll and see your revolution so revolution and abewu NDC so tinam ka say okoto de onwo noma enti wo mo atore bi wo mo ka say ye nyina ade kro ye nya ade kro. Our beginnings are not the same. Okay. Our DNA is not the same. Okay. Our principles are different in what we believe in. And I will share. For the last 30 years, I have practiced here a democracy of Ghana. Yeah, crack here because yeah, the conservatives are now more capitalists.
Ashh FM 101.
Yeah, now yeah implemented the most humane policies around the country. Mampeninku for time. Free bus ride for school children school feeding program encouraging kola so mbeko school because we be hana eduane ko mbedi ofie edinto mpeso mbeko school.
Yes.
And no boa increase enrollment rates osade health insurance by capitation grant to support education at the beginning because na sikankitin kitibinti na nipa binti bin ko school.
Yeah.
A bedroom baby, you know who say maternal rates no na hydrin crofoko
wa problem from nipa do na
because they see kakra omo de beko antenatal ne sam man no se de be ne be free maternal care. Enu nyina ye MPP abai.
Yes.
Mampeni Akufo-Addo so de abe piso. Say adia eye obroni beka se eye leveler any education me ameti he it could be sen kam odun ko baby edofo because me papa kokofo.
Okay.
Me nuanum be director
Ashh FM
me papa nua ba pani Kofi Akonedu ne ma ebi te semia nipa te semia so wo mo ye okotuna
wanyini chen obibri obi a wo chen kwa no wanyini chen
just because me party ko ye kakra no so kra no namfam eno ko asokori Methodist na Methodist for tina me pay Methodist for asem omu hu no say akole niti wa ben na ede no conference mo nanka those a bit me free yoko in the 40s no a conference pem enam ne so na me so eja edimi ko school Kumasi say Royal International na we chire here stadium yedi ayi ni panti education there idea Dr. Bawumia kan na do so aka no single child should be left out of basic education. Yeah, definition of basic education is say we could do secondary level. Then they would do on say untimin twaso at least literacy rate near high.
Yeah.
Ultimate kind idea, ultimate name say a Kwabena saswa. Obi a wako school and near be a Caribbean or high value for his life. Because on him say, Yamea na duma, obet me drum pepes will be. And it is not easy to get them to go and do all those criminal activities. It means tam boys yanko kontokwa yanko ye say, and no, idea a hard drink. Ewo omai musi say when it gets to time for politics. Enti ye derua ye bwa ne say. The odi enim obi ane hojo osuru nyame ope obi asem ofu se abato eye adwenkyere o kyere na adwen why so eni to wakoma so no no atubi aboa no me yidi se Ghana for dodo ano so betubi aboa Dr. Bawumia mo be the next president of the Republic of Ghana na
Ashh FM
NDC for no munyai se omo create tension ne unnecessary threats. And yeah, one no electoral commission.
Yes.
And a soldier NBS on echo. What kind of irresponsible statements are that? And yet, yes, because on penisa.
Okay.
Who said this year they've tried several times. Second person created social upheaval. Koshisha and Grofwechi snake air Tony hotels. And also became a national issue. And also demonstration. They call strikes. They're trying to orchestrate social upheaval. If you don't grab better radio so TV, say the AC Kenya, so can say same AC Kenya. Nipa Shre
so near the BBTMC
almost say Argentina, NC or Hana Ghana. We are not angry enough. Now say we are Ghana near Kaminyanka, Ubia Ghana, Nibia, a bit too quiet. Ako West Coast. No, could do 1 week. All the African countries, you know, Mboshe. Ukoba, Kabe so Ghana sekusia.
Okay.
The peace near Sunjia, Wahano.
Ashh FM.
Yeah, man, and Trahosa. And I saw for no so. And it's civil society organizations. So almost it drew. See a betwaba. Now, a fear mongering or say peace mongering. And then peace this, peace concert, peace that. Ghana, yen kontokwa.
The more we criticize, yes, and talk BBC. And I open one more
Nema and Fatano. More name them and shame them and tell them not to be saying the kinds of things they are saying. Uman party, no krante. We must see a training, we must see a say. People should be shamed and should be named and shamed. Whether they are in MPP or they are in NDC. NT media minim said, yeah, call campaigns in MPP for we've conducted ourselves. Baby Bebrea, most of you are no NDC for. No more per se a creative flashpoint. Because min tell who say NDC for your my dear. MP for Beshatare, and they are confirmed. And so, baby, I ever could be almost drop a no mashada. Now, a cash and callers will be any dino. It
was last time she were in a hini side, hold MPP. Time I no more launch a drip machine, then this is so the carcass, you almost so bonum distracted. A be in pie or that dino.
And yet, so, I think, say. Mrenason as Ghanaians.
Okay.
As he did ye hono cre.
Okay.
So ubi ye bibinenya yenka. Sense ye tuna saram. Se ubi atisa. Ye nyinani etisa. Especially politicians. Me, I'm a decent-minded politician.
Sure.
Naminim said Dr. Bawumia is a very decent-minded politician.
Okay.
Wa sumo me as vice president. Wa buan krofo nipa. Wa bon scholarships. E be steady o Cuba zongo fon kole. Nema wa ye dia boys to improve the lives of Zongos especially. Simos koha no Miami Kromas Komampo. Catholic Church. Be boy me at two inside ho nyina tiles. Ni nema bebre. Nti oyobia on yim.
Yes.
On sem.
Yes.
So nti mijiri se emrena so se Ghana for be hye na munyam.
Okay.
Na omama na tumi no tumi ebu man na ebu no kwampaso.
Medase engineer Kwabena Agyepong ane ne din komo how a special and as a senior advisor Aide Emma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia anane yeneno egu fi ha ye bonkomo election 2024 11 days to go ohe niema ekoso said the campaign isi ko eni bibia no ye didi nkomo e dia fauna yetumi ahwe engineer said ye wedi kan ahye na ye di nkomo no ye misa say mo campaign because the New Patriotic Party Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia yourself any others kwan amafa so conduct mo kwan amafa so e strategy bi amafa so mu nyina na mo te baase ba ko mu na mo ko when you meet people the way any person to me to bebe shem was it a strategy bi am fire awaki ye di amamu ana
I mean it's all driven by himself.
Okay.
It was all driven by himself. Of course, he has a strong campaign team. Yes, I'm sure. Idea or no shenisu nene baya. Oyobia onya homaso. Okay. So be him say oya hobrasi. Sani atitino sasu notie.
She said I am
who say ni buafu anase obekasem boni bia afobi ho. This is naturally a very fine person, human being, and son a fine gentleman. So na mjidi say ya na Ghana for pesa. Omo mpe to trust him. And onyo bi ase bi otete ne ho gu nipa so. Ana okasa a onfabuo emanipa. Ana odidi atem. So far, what is what you be attempt? And so some of the political leaders need to use very Ghanaian words. Name be high-end tank campaign for and abonting and I say yen can radio and television. So, and Mijiri said, ni soon ne bina a so Ghana for any Tino mo penasem sana. And the baby could be and colao and painful. Ono an omubonidi so on them shono na megidi se eye nani so ade hunu ene adwuma waye no so aboa ka ho pa obi anka se bibia ko smoothly ende e kasa na nyasanete nenso so within the circumstances Mijidi said, one, the campaign was run very efficiently. She said it was programmed, it's been programmed to December 5th. BBIA will program so. Okay. Of course, we design a programmer. As you go along, there may be one or two changes. Emergencies, beba, because when say there was an emergency. Tina you drew hoya, ye intimi anko jase kind, anko boom. Intimi said this week obe koa koye hodie. So some changes happen because campaign there is a rolling machine. So I think say campaign wise. Okay. He's been very meticulous. I don't think any main opponent has stepped in more than 120 constituencies physically. So on them sure. It means or vitality or tisi from no nante otum say mojamunu wom betimi aye jumadin ama or minor. And that's the kind of leader we need now. It cannot be business as usual. Okay. Wakaso so page 130, I think, of the Manifesto. It talks about imposing order and discipline in this country. Okay. The idea is very important. You know, see, you downsize government. Yes, so but the ministers and also. That's right. To number send a strong signal, say Niabre. Say, Osi Niabre, Nianchichi, Emma. When I saw Chichi with the Ekane, to no demonstrate that. So, and he believes that it is time for us as Ghanaians to live within our means. Say within our means, and if we can, so I say, yeah, swanga, say, me calling who's a music and I pay me, I say, yes, or size, and I say, quite over fast or bit me live. Say, he knew a reinforced or a prima, 70 markets. So, and fata. Say we be primasem na obebo bosia de akoto beef na de ma o mawe na obe free ho na e kada wachi there be so on them sure enti I think say he is someone on one nature na onya materialistic. Yes. Onyo bia I say we are seeing near my afefede attracted to him that much. So enti and I think is the kind of leader that we need, a firm strong leader, because because now there have been a few bad examples in both parties. Enti utie nkola no kasaye na ese mfu se politics no ye baby I dabre hona the quickest route
for how be here
politics baby you go and serve. It's about public service.
Yes,
public service ni nchire mo ane se wo sum amansan serving the public.
Okay,
no enti ese ye tiase
okay
se ubetimi abobra and live a fulfilled life without being rich. Enti yenya ise o man no anase ye nyina na ye disikachi to say the sika na be rule yen.
Okay,
idea ye as political leaders no ye demonstrate in our own actions. Nya say kan keke o enti me ma hwe papa no ma hwe ne su ne ne ban ne na hode ne nema hu say da bi o yo bi anyankopon ye adom na ye di 2 minutes or de be fa a new chapter. He will redirect this country, new vision, new direction, new dimension. Because Emrena success so me say on my own personal idea, I'm saying that the density of our road network is about the best in the whole of Africa. Looking at your landmass, the idea high any maintenance, and also so on me the Ashh Manifesto. Into the next 4 years, we'll see say ebema maintenance abasro to make sure that the roads that we have, we maintain them properly. Na nyasi e jaya de na asay ni asan award new contract and san koye no fofo. Okay. Eno na eha oman Ghana.
I see. About to aye to engineer. Wo hwe niam a wabobos ni baby a ye fira ye be ya. Ya ye niam bibiri oman na economy bibiri. Now election ye ko se leadership and so council e di nipa ye de na ekono so mata se nipa ye de na ko. Now when you look at this nipa mienu a yeden amu ba ko ne bedi nkonimu a John Dramani Mahama, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia o hwe nipa mienu a eden na convince you more aside being MPP member among who said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the perfect person at this time.
Well, you see, in politics and also in life, we didn't feel this buying here.
Okay.
And Dr. Bawumia has demonstrated all his public life that man of integrity. Waye Juma or Banco, right up to the level of deputy governor. Wabe running mate twice. And MPP so you want home tip. Why running campaigns twice? And one be the vice president 8 years. What baby da? Say it will be defeating be attire Dr. Bawumia.
Difficult.
He's never been investigated. So so kasa record of integrity and somebody you can trust with your life. Me say most people will know say Dr. Bawumia is the man. So them sure. Because let's be fair, I mean, we all know of the scandals that have happened in the past. With Dr. Bawumia, there's not been one single scandal. And he's worked in places and Hospital and KSBia. Inti Oyobia, or impeccable personal integrity. And like I said, this is a battle between two. So, ni bumfu na waka bibi David. And I think that that's the kind but you'll be a sebi who cry wo ba because my person when you yes Dr. Bawumia so them children. And I think the election of Dr. Bawumia is historic. Who say you MPP in Ghana, Ghana kwa. You elected Muslim leader there. Ghana, the two main religions are the Christians who are the majority and the Muslims. But for 67 years, Christian. So I think that it's time for us. So it's a wonderful opportunity to also have a Muslim president. And also be you will be a friend inclusiveness. So now you cry MPP before the he says they not NDC the propaganda TI. Yeah, Asante party and Kasa Campo Asante 4. The Borazongo near Kensem ne am akofa buzi at time so aliens compliance order any pam wo ko and say campaign be adra say be the friend propaganda and there omo ye ho ade pa your friends and kutunkrania na propaganda so and the omo ye ho ade pa because 2008 ko page a list tintin bi na me da number 3 sika ne good prudential bank so okay kambo my Bank of Ghana credit necessary tom dey affirm crash here no ma ko tam Jubilee House picture there the nam central region say mampani ko for esidama na here and then we down we no dey ko see na crash here man here all sorts of things were said intimi enye me wan wa say ne wo ma start the omo ye ni bi nti ubetie we ya no attack Electoral Commission ne attack judiciary ne omo attack bibia attack ahemfo crash adena omo bo Bawumia abaso
101.1
intisa to trust them no. I don't think so we need that in this country right now.
Engineer, with your experience, semu ne ade no. Do you think say Electoral Commission say ubibeka so be wia bemudi amobi obeyesi? There was a video crowd recently, omo video be by say was it
2008?
Yes, now was strong room one rojo. Obi be ye course obi wura ho no ne sesa ane ade. Amukọ ho ane sesa. That is why NDC suru say Electoral Commission be timi wia be.
Yes, you no yes. Upese obi able to say kijetia atitubutum for omu tu botuma na power wi ade bia obeti say NDC for kan kino omu na epe kwan aye
ba wo call them 2008 bibi say
say me kasaba they make kan say wo hwe abato abakosemo Ghana ha say obi awia abato mpa de na kan NDC for in fact 1992 crowd they throw officially stolen verdict because anena
nemamu ada
ho until first 1992 na soja man there was no onye transition
yes
intellectual register no kra no yamie nti enkola bebra ne di achi campaign tadu ahe no money register no ye kan osi omie ono na appointing an interim electoral commission ono bia momuhye certain party agency ni ho Electoral, you declare no police station. And no one says, Munina, Kumasi, Munko Jackson Park. A crying in a good Independence Square. To no answer, if fire service one more 10 than be. Then he put Kwabrani etim, a Pijakos or Krachoko. No, a tro. Figure no say, no credit. How are you going to verify? So, Auntie, when we show women the way and answer Casasana. In fact, even by 2000, 92 and until Nayanko parliamentary election to demonstrate our anger with the way they stole that verdict.
Okay.
96, yes, here, and no crown. There are certain parts of this country, a voter region, money, they won't even go. Now, MPP new
FM 101.
Professor Moa, the donation in Mutum, no bo, not tongue. Legon professor bi obodo no so wo bema be gina ho say wo so MPP ni enti results ndompe e na omo tro enti mo de mo nka enwiemu asem kra in fact by 2000 ye ka say okay ye nhwe register no ne afede ye ni pushy reforms me I was the rep of the MPP on Interparty Advisory Committee from as far back as 1993 1994
okay
I want reforms in ballot boxes first na hunhunu say di bi egu ase say mfa bi ngu ase my way nyina na mo begina ase du nketia wo constituent assembly na utimbi niema mo hihye nyina na utimbi be di deputy secretary unim dia question na only party chairman wo begina o kasa obi wi abem di omo ka nyina ye di ompese omo ye so MPP in mabam wi a ke lusu by 23,000 in 2000 ye kura power first round Nanado was leading Professor Mills by 103,000 votes except that na ya internal niema man yi nkoko ne bosome free ho ne yendi ne ho independent candidates cho parliamentary na akoshift and no crown no senka ye gi independence na be kind dey one still can your more seats and so of course second round here 23,000 votes but nanke across so first round na at that time your power we are e dey bi na ko wia enti wo munyai sa kasa no ye abamu wia enye simple simple aka say 2000 Rollins mbeje mama so omo na no mo ye niam in those days na computer my 2000 was the first time I sent a computer to the Electoral Commission my call back and friend Fred ni ekoye enti wo mo bo ana yesu abo first na no answer hotel akeke hotel don't pe bia dey abechiro but this one we were doing the compilation into all these processes and your collation mechanism ni adin it was started in 1996 say ye pese abato no eye kan ne da ho and na kra dem radio for modos first na radio ni ho modos ntie to abana polling station results yes it may be professional but no it become a deterrent to say obi we abem because as I say most of the parties have built systems 40,000 polling stations and they buy no key in but who said MPP was it the General Secretary said by 9-10 day parliamentary
I think it was by 8 now
because here 2 abano by 5 by 6 in can you so by 6 in can you and next I can see sometimes of course na BC polling stations near identity getting them to the collation center becomes a bit of a challenge nanso so omunyai ehunehuna no a omode ba no ye beto aba no obi anya kukudro obi ampie we want a very high turnout in Ashanti region omunko to aba no mumma NDC for metra ha ehunehuna minum so mato omu agum
so mabakrom ha
ena omaja omukrom no betra Ashanti ase no omfu se ye na ombetimi abehunehuna obi ansro obi a ha sei. Of course, the security systems and the agencies are there to deal with any miscreants. The SO Bia Soria, Kotuaba, what to something, watch the wadwing, Utuya, so confused, so just behave yourself. Because I'm cordon off the areas. Be near the 2 bit me could never be now so you really a kind of publicly. The results will be declared publicly. All these processes a call electoral reforms near Dubai from 96. Yes, every issue be declared at the polling station and even pasted at the polling station. So near the party be agent a copy. The pink sheet who crowd copy now they call coalition center and say bia has a higher part of a Subin let's say Subin more be 140 something or something polling stations market can in abo who do nya dodo our be parliamentarian and who figures presidential candidates so ebenya ha intermediate omunim says ye kan wo mu wi abamu and e kan NDC for na ye na ese point yensa e kire wo to munya isa attacks na nyina deliberate to sow seeds of confusion in the minds of the Electoral Commission. They want to to confuse them. We want them to be firm and steadfast and strong. Omunyina opinti ye MPP nye bibi bone ye ogidie se abano ye benya dodo ye do so se won. We share the history of politics in this country. Yeah, 48% they be guaranteed court. And this omo dey so be 44. Yeah, kaka credit they be cross 50. Omo so hu hia more no dey cross. Na campaign we aye no. Apart from the fact say our biggest weapon, which is the ethnocentric tribal weapon that they have been using against us. And no, you hear from us because Dr. Bawumia, you want to tamale, Ufri Wale, or a Zongo boy. So, Sakasaka Primary, no Koye or Tamale, or no Sanko Tamale Secondary School. Into Omubano, and Tim said Tamale for no, Ombe Tuabana Amano, boom. Sasuna Santiago, a bet true Abana Manu, boom, a more be the president. And they say was almost to me Nanti and Case, we are Santa 4 party. They say, oh, no, I'm one original Domahama, a kind. Say, or per se, and Renaissance, or who said in Yaketoa, Bawumia, Asante Fono, the Berman, Simu, you soon and Dampono. And so, a man for 2 Abaman.
Yes.
Fifi Kwete can the same thing. Almost say yen farmer no da ye use no. But ya trese yen party no ye do bia. So yen zimani, so ye dagatini, so ye frafreni emfa ho. Wo ye wadwuma ye, te say Dr. Bawumia ye no. Na oni nipadi ni ye, oni nipadi nsa wo so papa. Ne anombe pe wasem a. Ombeto abana ma. Okay. Omto abana so ma ye ka ho nyina edi nkugo no eso so beta wachi. Te say de obia ata Dr. Bawumia chi no. Nti me gidi se omunya isa akasa no. Na asofo no so omunyi susu nka na peace na say na bibie ni ho ebesi. Boni bie ni ho. Na ye mum boys na ya na sometimes nkrofo komo mo ska omudi nsemo na omna esi etu onfo say ye so mu a nko na abeko prison. Ye so mu a matise police for hwehwe wo mu a eye video wo boase omu krukra na microphone bi no mu krankrante omu say se e che on e do mato fiase aban kra won to bi no de esu anyansa. Okay,
engineer o hwe niema a yekoso sa asomdwe hu nsem agusu a kan there is kind of intimidation ne niema hodo dodo na no it seems as Ashanti region ha na as a tension ne niema ni nyina wo hwe omo ehuhu omo binum share ndc ntade ne ade a ni nyina no target no wa Ashanti region. Emma the new patriotic party ebom hu feel intimidated and as hu say ade ankofo ye dia because akoya say NDC ni kasa bia obeti bia say at all cost election we so omo na win enti ebema MPP ma ba mabu ana
no minua your friend say Brian Champo ko ka bi no omusu ade a on the kan enya modern modern mo kan ade ni at all cost mo match power 11 years under Rollins GNDC and Musambedi 8 years count 19 and sana ye ba 8 years yes free power no more about 8 years no more free power yes about 8 years ye nyina akọ opposition akọ power da enti ye na ese kire Ghana for say politics no o power no nche say be fu ataban no atu ye no nyina tia asaso so ha. We should not create the impression that being in political power is the end of the world. It's about service. So, and our opposition are ungu. Me cry them party or power, so na men count for 8 years. And we should not create the I say all or nothing be. There be ye konya kan asem na ye kan abani wie ne kan krojen de dodo no akoma wo no ho na nyankopon. Yes. Na asemotia. Enti ye de we are not intimidated. Ye do so sen wo mo. Sie ka se ebebo ho, ye ebebo wo mo. But ehun hia. Dr. Bawumia na mu e chese e na dwenkyere na asemo a waka. Hwe some very innovative name a waka. Ebin si da. Se o se oba. O pese Ghana sa cash economy. Yesesa no into a credit economy. Okay. Nipa pinti ase beginning now say na dey and credit score that be abrochire minua and na ukọ abrochire ukọ to nua bi o house so mat me dan ni mo kam o say ontu anwe yo there be ontu anwe but that is a better system say uti hoya we are presenter etua o kakakra we dan obey adwuma bi at 30 years and ade say edan bi na wa adenti na entimi fa dan na ma o say na tina mu na enjoy edan na tua over 30 years dan say be mo tua rent atuagu na fe enunti ebe hye okutupa na anema anye se odo nsan kan wa adwuma mu na odo nsan ekokan because o pedan o pasase o pewe. That is the kind of system and why being one of say as odeba. Okay. So them enti very I've always felt to say Ghana how kotoka just say u discan just boom too. There be abrochire be bia no obia toka bia o $500 a month. Between 3-4 years. Yes. In those 4 years I want to cap up so and then you are still paying. So Enti enono sa system no eseba especially for young people who mako university near the afi no be start e share brase obe ware o here fie o here apartment o nya scan immediately say enti won hwe as we doctor na o ye niam so obenye skabum so engineer no collude with contractors no agiskabum na emom say society no you criticize credit economy na so nipa no wa adwuma nko ade a e betima ka say okay we a young man you be ma 2-bedroom house betima aware ye besa ma car nti busumi bia say na utua over 10-15 years no I no subscribe be adwuma ba because we kwa koje insurance atoso because you say bibi betumes interest or to insurance toso e be increase the utua per month na kakra but e be boa oh say ekoba ne sa e be ma ya sitre ma ye mre kakra wo Ghana ti say the say Ghana for pi o tre adwuma mchense o ye dwurim nikita hye by the time ko obesi ni dan we no be correct time okotre ma 2-3 years yes no na ekro na edan na kese o tenem for 40 years or enjoy that facility no unya sa na we adwempa Dr. Bawumia eni abre opese ode eba ede na John Muhammad eba what is he bringing enti this enema awareness Ghana for we who say dey papa na time all can mobile money interoperability any pentiase that same contract unum say na NDC for the amount be 1.4 billion oba no so dey be no in my day we can get Ghanaians to do it for about 10 million. We saved over 1.1 billion dollars on this almost on the Kokoto manager and they've delivered interoperability and then Utiha ubetime tua workers ka yes ubetime aye say ubetime to electricity but am we are say simple yet say cry person or call bank there be near there so we innovative idea all can at that time na among for say on the digitization but in today's world it's a digital world and he was this will be training over 1 million youth because nipa pi tinkan oya adwuma South Africa I have a lot of my colleagues who are doing jobs design cra among for India and omo designs for British consultants so enti Oyobia he has a deep understanding of the future he's got a clear picture where he wants to take the country to and I believe say as a Ghana for inyagidie wonimu no mo mane kwan be yesa abefu ne me me da asem so any engineer Kwabena Agyepong ana ewofie ha ye bon komo e ha election 2024 11 days to go 11 days no kra so no hwe hours ni bi kra santie frem ti no kakakra bi na Ghana ekwakoto aba senior advisor to the presidential candidate Dr. Bawumia ana me no edin komo engineer Kwabena Agyepong ana ewofie engineer ade ba kwa Ghana and as an opponent Ede Bomosobo say you have the men you keep on saying and here former president Kufuor administration mu nyina won serve ye boa toto niema social intervention programs ahodo amode ba nyina ye men a mu gina am panyin da Kufuor chi netimi ede sa na eme ebae but this time around Ghana almost mu aye den therefore it will go against you. How do you explain to Ghana for aye koto aba ade interesting wo Ghana quickly as you and let me say kwasi practical so dokuno eto say and they eto say na umbusa time na eto dokuno one citizen na nipa pay say okay and then unum say pay cost pa you for agije ketu antumu pa average some people are getting 10,000 11,000 12,000 a month serious so enti at the end they wo kan no can both sides obi anka say look me mo shop view Abrushi mem say me call her on me turn me trousers first na me turn $45 the last time I call America na drew 120 ntimi me antopi awiase be bie ne ho anya den so inflation Britain na inflation ntimi ntra 1% 2% koya akotwa mu 10% so and yes there has been economic me ade me feel say ade yenya the exchange rate mechanism and also there me ma fem me wo madwen me say Dr. Bawumia or economist and of course no a finance minister yes and you see when John Mahama why vice president da our the president da unim the difference between the two positions yes omo kasa no ma she that dan you need to say just say BBS the ball so bono but there's a big difference between being vice president and president. In fact no Mahama time no the press secretary your friend is saying Jinapo the spokesman or see a drew baby na mails man ko bie Oh, who's a video? And I'm a one. Omani call social functions. So I'm not saying that is that office, but Bawumia has brought a lot more dignity to that office while driving a lot of programs through that office. Until you compare on the record with John Mahama as vice president, there's no basis for comparison. And now Busa on said when he was president, won't say initiatives means how they buy on and for me, performance wise, there's no basis for comparison.
Okay.
So until the say Ghana for no. Yana say Kumasi in Krankwana Ghana. But baby oha no muhu kotada. Mia ma 2 kwan wo Ghana 1998 na me President Akufo-Addo then candidate Akufo-Addo the campaign manager. You go free Salaga see e ko pandai pa na bridge na ho. Wo de car no be nunsuom. No afro akọ the other side. And na ko he bridge ayeye. And e kwan say e free ketekra chu betima drive wo ko ta so sa pandai Ulensi Bimbila Atene to Chamba ni nyina dem ane mfutukwan ko sefi ko enchi quite massive road network enti me share amount of roads aban we aye in the last 8 years chance on pesa obeka no kre okay chance on pesa now come back she Kumasi airport Shetamale Airport. Bawumia led the deliberations with the British to be able to secure the funding for these 2 airports. Because Airport is revamp no kakra open to traffic. And you look at sector by sector, and we have outperformed the Mahama administration. Of course, the only thing they will have behind a city Nadru say, me if I had my own way. Near Rollins, the best son, Adena. See, the Ghana central government, the Bank of Ghana used to fix it. Means our floating system with there. Me because you see, Abruchile cry no money fully floating. America cry economy no, a year well streamlined, well regulated no cry. Or more currency board, or more Federal Reserve. So. Me feel say a country and every country's currency backed by gold. To Ghana produce gold, they can say a currency we do buy. Okay. Me say we should buy the dollar for more than 5 cedis. Me say that. So
Ghana ha gazisi
and I think say I will always push for that. To go back to fixing the currency rate in a future government. The decision will not lie with me, but at least whatever influence I have. And I'll argue for it because when you say no, man they determine rate no. One more Alaba and I say how most of them claim free her. And then Ghana so ye borders no ye porous. When you say I saw for can see one Nigeria mutimi be $6
yes.
Into the demand for the dollar, and yet the normal demand na here in our economy. And can see and yet the after COVID. Yeah, after COVID then obi adwuma bi ego. The next can no we have be chase dollar and say the 2 Americas because at that time it was around 5. Now part 7, part 9, 11. Now the contract about 18 and some down. So, I think say. Dr. Bawumia, being an economist,
okay,
he believes in using gold to anchor the currency. Okay. I share that with him, but I want him to be more radical with fixing the forex regime. So
but that one, how do we do it?
Ghana had that be a wood and now limit times 1 to 2.75.
I'm talking about being radical. No, how is
I'm saying you can decide. Say okay, it's 1 to 5 or 1 to 4. Who here dollars are Ram Central Bank. Unless a central bank a catcher say a bit be amount. And that is the excuse people claim. But who basu so here dollar? Say me the crowd dollar no koye. Because me no tell you here dollars. Me here dollar. Ghana for be bre ato dollar good them. And therefore driving up the demand for the dollar. It is not the economy that is driving up the demand. It is the underground economy and the enkahon. Obi uskakra or say any minimum city also so $1. The more demand for it, the more they drive it down. And we are not enforcing regulations because dollar any legal tender organ.
Okay.
Intinyese nipa kwa dollar ukrum ha. Because nanse bi me call a conference war Senegal Dakar. Hotel omunji dollar. Ombaka se forex bureau. Do forex bureau omse me passport ne agi. Uba hada ben obeko da ben. Edi entina oba ha. So normal. Everything is regulated. Your license forex bureau say oh are they regulated? Meanwhile, there's a banking division, there's an supervision division at the central bank. Oh my, I almost sit down from me. I'm a classmate. That is only governor. In the classroom.
Okay.
And so almost no more regulate, forex market. And no, I Ghana say. Okay. And no, the idea is high because we don't have full control over who determines what rate should be used. And no sana IMF for that PNDC. Omune status adie no. Okay. Abrofu die da bia omune be colonize nti yenhwe on ye. Se we ma abosia kakra. Na ya ma terms bia untimi satisfy. Na da bia na week. Omo na be da ense entonton factories organ na 400 factories. All divested in who be fire. Ene yesu jobs. Yesu ejuma enti se akufado abanya ba na otimi build over 150 factories through the one district one factory. Why are they? Okay. Why are they part has created jobs? Okay. And to create over 2.3 million jobs in this matter of time, I don't think
be crap. But this same issue, job creation, unemployment, it was a major factor 2016 Ghana for Koto Abaditia John Dramani Mahama because people thought say there was even an instance any formal unemployed graduate association and this issue. Do you think say NPP has been able to deal with moving forward now? At
the very least, Yetimia display and provided evidence that we've added more than 2.3 million jobs, which is significant. Okay. Both in the public and private sector, the data is there. It is backed by evidence and data. Now, but that is not enough because you see, there's something else that, as a people, we don't talk about. Family planning. Ghana's population explosion over the last 10 years is something that we have to look at. We've got to control population explosion. And as I say, I'm happy to say that Abino are introduced to free technical vocational education. Because I think that we should direct a lot of the youth into technical education and Sanu Juma. So because polytechnics human resource. Yes. Human resource is no polytechnics. Until some of these things are SES as a country. So, and those are the things that I will try and advise wherever possible to make sure certain changes are made. Until we should push for more technical education. And now we've built 10 model STEM schools around the country. And yasem kitwa, ukoshe awaso, abomosu, akrodie numne 10. Yes. The amount of money Abina spending refitting the TVET schools around the country, over 6 billion. Yes. So TVET is free, enrollment has increased. Okay. I think it's now well over 150,000 students per year. And the here say produce students. Now you produce jobs for them. Yes. The only area you advantage in Tina Dr. Bawumia say only the first priority is agriculture. Ghana a competitive advantage agriculture. Okay. Oto ebro to fie kra ebe grow. And we should be the biggest grain basket of the Sahelian region.
Okay.
Mali, no year, and session. Produce
FM 101.
The government also set up the Tree Planting Authority.
Yes.
Sorry.
Ashh FM.
Tree crops like mango, like cashew, like shea nut, like rubber. Now Ghana near ties ukruma bonsa ties. So, these are the areas. I see a committee.
Okay.
Okase, Obeba Beye, what he calls district agric mechanization centers, is long overdue because look at Europe, they subsidize their farmers. Yes, we are subsidizing the farmers. They subsidize the farmers to keep them at work and keep because it's a social intervention. It is said we rose, yes, God do rose minana benyana back. But here,
okay.
Sasuna, a modernizing agriculture with irrigation and mechanization. Intine yek na nanoma edin krantie edofuno ahoden ni ho.
Yeah.
Esa, it is not attractive to the younger people. Until this government will make it say to commercialize agriculture and focus on these tree crops, and so that we have. And then Malaysia for palm nut free. Oko Malaysia, where the palm iron, and these are things that and all it needs is the focus of the leader, the focus of the government, and also imposing order and discipline in public finances and public life. And we are there, Dr. Bawumia. The Manifesto, we're very serious about it. Value for money. Value for money. Mahama, or see one or Dubai one. The cost of cycle is the same as the cost of Obechebilamte, Takrade, even the 4th-year Amasa Kanina Buma. Odi Tamali, Krakawa, Nina A1. Enti, Mekase, when I was General Secretary, Kumasi Airport, no say, Omakoye overlay and the lights is $29 million. I wrote to them, so it cannot be possible. As a young civil engineer, I worked on the overlay, a slurry seal overlay, at Lemex Bar for Ghana Highway Authority. I've walked the whole length of the runway. I know the width, I know the length. No asphalt will cost you. Who lay asphalt now? The lights going to not cost you more than $7 million. Omo catch say $29 million. Metro letter. Omo acknowledge receipt cry. You know, and you look at how they handled our money. Okay. In a lot of those transactions, I don't think Ghanaians should trust them again. And I do believe that Bawumia has to be given his opportunity. He has not been president. The buck does not stop with him. Yes, he played a major role in whatever is going on, and he is not shying away from his role in this government. Enti Mijidi say, Mesre, me wo Kumasi ya hana meso ye wo me ko school, primary school, tina crew from veteran so kwa hana mpapa fie wo na me free Aide. Yes, ye bo yes ye de ho ban. Sure. Ye koi. Yes ye koi ni. Ye mo ho ban. Na ya appointed a elected Bawumia. Ono so wa my running mate. Freemanship. Okay. And yes ye peer abonting. Of course in the 8 years no we there party politics. And then I may call appointee be office. Na who say Metiopa is you ni ho grassroots no complaints.
So I bet na one fee.
And no dear me show say ABSC. Okay. Na dachi me gidi say ebi nsibio. Okay. Enye say sensi. Okay. One more omunya position na say mu say eye one more nam from call house to house. Polling station executives. Omne sam ye nim free. Ye adwumaden ebi fa so pra bi wu. Party minim nipa omo ko fight organizer ba ko ewo bia ho baby border ne so omo say andisi for the Nkrofo Friko divo ba and omo chase won election do free pick up ne konko ye anye ohwere ne nkwa me kase my party for ne hu se de ye obia enso sen wonua no a ohwere ne nkwa wo se hwi no a lot of people be quite hase 96
Ashh FM
MPP for Twisoroku NDC ni bi kra oka tipa track anwa se ni bu ofu se din twi forms nipa 7 omo grave okwan ne ho sa President Kufuor president me ne press secretary ne opening boafo ye regional minister ye ba ho be lay wreath in commemoration of those who died. A lot of people suffered for this political tradition. Kumasi ase ne she Penny Atakrejima. Atakrejima when they started Danko Buzia Club. Owa. The secretary friend Vito Usu Junior. Otetiasio. Enti da for no de. Omotete say e tu ho ache ejuma.
Okay.
We ejuma de abesom wo man through party. Enti yesre party for no. Obi atiu, obi atia wona so obi akaw fache.
Okay.
Na tu hu si ho. Na MPP no ene mo party nti ye nkoto na ya nyahwe na ese ye pamochao. Ti said ye mekan no. Ghana needs an extended period of time with the MPP in power. Because Midemijidi say your political tradition way is good for business, is good for the country. And whenever we are in power, there's a certain good feeling, a man for, environment, yeah. And TC to meet so yani yenya 19 years Rollins NDC nya first time na Ghana sisa.
Okay.
And the woman my
opportunity be
enko bina besisa oman no.
Okay, Mate. Engineer Kwabena Agyepong na me no edin komo ewofia no. Ye be ko kakra ka ho na afi ya ma frefo mo so mo bebam bia ba be ka bi because me hu se mo pese mo ka bi pa ba mo benya kwanya aba no mo ba be ka bi. Okay, Victor yate ye da se papa Victor say engineer nkomo no edenti no okoma azin zone 10 o ma bie mu de ato ama an information center na wo Kumasi mazin zone 10 o ma bie information center kase no de atom o mo mazin fitem ho ne ade ni nyina no o mo 18 nso no monte o mo de industrialization fi de djuma ne ade Victor munyi mu asum mazin zone 10 information center na mo bie atom amotie engineer no mbeba mo ho no mabisa mo de no so ani so ade hunu de ma industries in fi de djuma ne safo no so no se mazin fo so mutie o mpesa
no credit me can say course wa me stakeholders no omo leaders no e can be this am say dey how omo say am say o matitin say maybe on from am say e two and no I don't have the full details that they make can say so matra ho ache
yes
e ho so I very crammed and the topography no so very friendly na emum se bibisa beba ese yen aban no so e de emwa ekọ baby a yenya no foforo de ama on ye kohihye hoye making sure say you provide all the amenities and the facilities near CC hoye because magazine there a part of ye nyina o mimi swa crow from Agyepong school and tutu engine you go fitem CPC opposite police station now CPC you san on you adwuma fitem kakra yes ma ko tu we bra ko yese eno kra ne ma me enya yi about say I wanted to be an engineer.
Okay.
Unfortunately man ko mechanical engineering and they call civil engineering enti wo mo de end a very major thing.
Okay.
So enema pi wo ho asese ese yetimi ne omo tenase na ye how TVET system ne omo nkola no mo training on behu abefo niema no because and then say most of the cars na eba no a high tech kakra
yes
you use brain box you use computer the say mo musua sa de no na bia wo de check no who say fault ni free ha and then alteration no conform I say replacement of parts
alteration if you can see any say conform
but ni nyina gina say no mbedi nkita ho na Dr. Bawumia asema o kan no muhia nse say stakeholder meetings no enya de a vote nkwanti na oh yeah
okay
nyame ya adom na mo soma no be president will continue that engagement adia aban ya yenye na betima say to sneakakra any constant engagement with the people that we govern because magazine phone nim dey how and na wo ko ho so a form of crime so to a na edin ho true ne ade into basic nyema bi wa say itimi yema ho be just making sure say ho nyina ye paving stones concrete blocks ne ade na cha omuso watimi aye omadwuma na ye wa futuo bi a ye de be ma won a na no ama nipa antempra because obu ana jack ayini nya itimi hwan na pra nipa so enti omo de ende ade a ehu hia papa apart from that there are major things that I believe say as a country and also so no nyina na finding a way into the manifesto manifesto there I say summary document there's a detailed backup because say Ghana how the issue of salvaging old cars and so it become a big issue. We share the total amount of vehicles occupy space with magazine cry. And TSC it cars no be no be use bill. Oh near crasher, near crash. So them sure. Those are the things Yankopon I don't know do support to tie Dr. Bawumia na obedia kunyana yensu enom bedin kita ho ne ahwe kwan e beboa ho mate se omo se omo ade omo ho den apɛ asase bi and the mintimin can for say FM but whatever it is no omo contribution to Ghana your development adwuma swame aye no se hokra no mbe free ho a see be very decent no omo hu se aban so ani aso adwumadi a omo di e di ama Ghana enti omo ka omo akomanto yem na omo nyere ho no omo ntu no bumman ntu no bumman Dr. Bawumia and then parliamentary candidate
Mate you know me ba ba beto aso na wo de kakra be kan answer ma fa call YouTube many people na over 2 point something and na ehwe wo ho Kwame Jan say Kwame Jan yeda say o say when he interview no ho we see Augustine Kokubo and say engineer is very deep and matured Bawal Hassan say well spoken Mr. Kwabena Agyepong AMANKWAH Grace I'm watching live from Italy it is highly possible we are coming home to vote for Dr. Bawumia Safo Aide say ask him the projects infrastructure that should compare people to vote all right maybe sano no aka ho asem area actually no na wa will be sano we banda and say I love engineer Kwabena Agyepong he's very knowledgeable watching live from Germany Cologne yate that's me ba mo amaka so ba bibisa mo de you know bibisa afra brochire say Even near manna and convince Ghana for especially the people of Ashanti region and Mumpia wanted to do and and on my baba Dr. Lecturer Bako so dear what the question be about you we answer I know you're different from we I'm so sure Jumedia ye diwa Asante ha who compare to previous governments I mean you say Esumbo Agenda 111 the Ashanti region and say be 3 as I say 4 as I say and president what be commissioner yes I mean to build 111 hospitals and to complete the amount that have been completed Swami interchange yes a delay yes there were issues because of COVID and then IMF Neman Emma Sinohydro agreement it is not kakra but never share a Jumedia Koswa ma enkoyon say sofo line be because there are a lot of projects Akufo Jahwa for 8 years na anya hwia Akufo Addo asa complete so ho dem sure enti uhwe Accra Kumasi Road the major projects are air Kosovo in Koko bypasses air Kosovo Enyinem Konongo these are all major ones now Dr. Bawumia the owner he talks about rail and he believes say to transform say but Ghana and Nipa rail they are very important until he's determined as central spine Accra Kumasi Kumasi Takrade and then baby and then nam bibi any mining areas no idea a share he believes with the kind of
management or debebane to attract a lot of investment to be able to do those major transformational projects. Projects are done on my any. So on the mission. Intibidem wo GDA say Ashanti region. Oko offenso. Local government university. Akuma dansa. You know, a lot of work. I mean, Kwabena hospital. Yeah. Tepa. Many places. Enti Juma abanya ya de se mekasa me list here.
Adaje beboy. Ma me say we answer my baby sir Dr. Amstead University on the question or they amami. We all know say free senior high be play major role power this election year koi aban from 2008 ana udi omampanyi nana Dankwa Akufo Addo anim campaign manager ne ade na mo project sa ni me kwa amafa so implement no with the NDC some of them saying ombe review ombe say ni ade a free senior high who say aba beboa it should be something a yaman internase
enokre ba kope
okay
untimi ne politician na usisi otsana na wan usisi
okay
to say the Mampenida there, he's become a flip flopper because no kasi we share the videos ni because because we over 45 adverts against the free senior high school.
Okay.
Who can say 419? A whimsical, use the word or no, it's a whimsical policy
for desperate politicians.
So okay. And he said, I said my wakano. And yes, I was an assessor.
Okay.
Nisa. So, and I know there is very clear.
Okay.
Education all over the world. Development index a link to literacy.
Okay.
Ni chikano. It says amaya akoye nim. Akoye nim. Adisua.
Any so the ngumesua.
Any ngumesua. Any nimdie. Numesua. Any nimdie. And on the boama on my ejina.
Okay.
And the more a bedroom baby me gidi say the 20 years of free SHS I feel will be a unyan kola ne number sabasa say enko ye de enko pre prankrofo because they will have value for their lives omo benya a dream for the future when say at least we go to secondary school obetima divert their vocational obetima divert their technical obetima transfer ko university o bibia obetimi aye so into education there it is the leveler
okay
na make say ye mu nyina se be nkwasefo say papa no ono so conference nkwana na egu form so say nye school a ono am ye lawyer ni man na me so am ye engineer into education asema aye kan they can't take it away from Nana Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia.
Okay.
They are the ones who have promoted this from 2008. Yeah, by 2017 first year now so implemented it in 8 years. Over 5.7 million Nkola have gone through it. Now, enti se emano ano mutuntuma ton ye japade yekwa asofu yem se we dey ho ato first nka ye bie school ana nkrofo gu yeso ye pisika ahemfo ni nyina sa adeso ni nyina sa policy a year free
okay
and it's a Ghana for ehunu na omani aso to say the ne President Akufo-Addo call Hello FM opia o ma begina free education kwemu nyina yem so intimiji di say
okay
obi idea o say ayi
okay Matemeda engineer Hanti Mame hwe Dr. Evans Dua Electoral war Amstead or say main country or say he's doing the listening, but you should throw more light on the apathy issue or say here, especially on Agyepong, Kwabena, South and other areas. No,
in fact, you call around. No, Agyepong, Kwabena, I would say was perhaps the biggest rally we had in Amankwah.
Okay,
look, politics there. In fear watching a wadi and songwa. Nipa to my we are about what 8 million, close to 6 or 1 fancy 8 million. You will never be able to satisfy all of them. They say they're making.
Okay.
Enti ye nuano mendisi for no to be a woman say, oh, abemua you suffer from say, nipa nyina na betimi satisfy. Na mum ne ma bi so wo ha ye nkrofo no bia ye affect ye mate. minim suso se wo ye party ni open moi na wunua party ni se o ton ade na ma ye wo party mse ye boa ye
yes
se wutia ye na akonya bi aba because they say akokọ ba oben nini no onya abebesre
yeah
wutia we akonya na we secretary bi o constituency na bia chance bi aba ye fa nipa na minister so minipe wabreo nti ene mempe pe ohun krofo mienu bi ese wudi huni na ope nipa MPP fo a wo mo bre no na wo de wo akohyem onkoton ade no enye nipa na ono hia moa no se omro 10,000 omro 15,000 eno sa na ema ne bi na matete a ankoye me gina saa kwanye so ebe pa obi a chewa ya he ne saa because nipa ne pi wo ho a wo som ekuo no na me se wo nyina na wo mfo mani ntome me se 8 years aban se me nka ho ka party fo a se bi ye de ho abo afore from 1991 kameka se me di mu akotre ba so enso so me di akire because se obi a nim da wo boga beba
yes
so yani ukumasi yani aboga fo ni enu se mesume boga beba
yes
unim se bia 8 years na oti anye ye e bia Bawumia mreso bia no okofa wonu abi ana wo fase bi no amane position bi na bia wo so nam sa wo fase no so no nya adwuma bi ye ana se wanya business bi ye ana wa bie ekwan bi ama na chese wo so no wanya bi enti wo a wanya bi no men kase mi nya bi when wususu a wanya free agents a woma akoni nyina awie no men kase me mana se me nim baketo abi ti da bi esi wa ma unua antwa nkona untwa du ade no it is a collective thing it's the collective security of our people that matters enti ye besre enti apathy na menua doctor no kanu de me fiso se de akofom amanfo beto aba no me am call rounds no me share the reaction of ordinary people to us. Nam who say I improve. First nentisa even in February the backroom had nentisa. But almost who say party omu dieni treatment sebi ye dia fem pa PNDC time. Ka sante ha de kenya say NDC ni wo businesses in collapse a businessmen. We found wuye so enti yes Mahama say ye refie ye refie nti bia ya na ye refie ti me de me party fund the mesre wo we etimi yakoto aba bia yakoto primaries wenya ya ba na eto ye dodo na ama wafa ti usu tade onya energy because wona wonya ya ka be ye odese obi a beta wachi na emom so sometimes ya na kasantwie no so doso akutia no wo wene a wo na ese wo bafam ese boxing so nipa no bo nipa hwe fom o jubility kakra no wagya no akohwese ne ho tesen no akoso no mu no apagya no saa na ese ye no yesi ye koto abawie na wa wene na wo di wo nkrofo di we mu nkrofo atem o mo ben okra na mo pam ye eno na edisa apati ne ba na mesre se enkofa mabio because nyina enim se bia amampani kofo de Ghana do ye no se MPP try so another 8 years ake wo enim kaka enti wo awo ba bia me nkoto aba me enya hwe we ya hwe me ebia na oboga nam kwan so ba ebia na ubenya obi a obehwew a ondo obeka aban na eba no enti mesre MPP fo nyina mesre Ghana fo nyina NDC fo nyina ka ho se mo hwe adwuma MPP abanya ye na se minim se fie bia mu ye NDC ni kra benefit health insurance apeja ene childhood cancer abeka ho from 1st December dialysis ade na major problem abeka ho it means we are improving the health insurance health insurance and tiasia na say ye nyina na ebetimi ayare at the same time nti obi a contribute kiti kakra
ni ayare ani dia hwe
no wo so yare ani dia hwe enso NDC for be catch say omo cancer bi payment one time payment omo timi ye one time premium timi ye to omo do omo nipa omo cancer mo ese yejitum minyini sese Ghana for mutum.
Okay.
Na yema MPP entwaso. The country needs an extended period. The MPP in government, and I do believe that we are on the threshold of something significant to transform our country and to restore our cherished values that I've always talked about: service, sacrifice, and selflessness. As you who say, amemo governance, jumaden to wache, and so do hubo for it. Ni na sujina. Womwa edi abane nim omo ne ye ne ye ne bi ho na entwa ye emfata eno susu na ya na ma echirima for se bi unu obi eti wo constituency onimo ansa na obeye MP of course wo ye MP a ye be ma ka kese because so tu kwan ba okuro
yes
udru anche se wo roll up wait ma roll down and manokra betre bi na bonkomo so but utwifa ne so se ne wakosro na wosena eno na disa apati ebano
all right
timese kumasia Ashanti region baby amutie wo baby MPP for baby a faunsa to kumaso say about 70 obi e out. We need a high turnout of about 90%.
Okay,
nkoto abano entibinya be 70 to 75% for Dr. Bawumia.
Okay.
A banasa natures in him said we are staying in the Jubilee House. There are besishe omaino kwampaso maniema akuye ama obia.
Martin engineer home member wabeka wasu me twa to kransana ya ko Facebook or say Adam Sabdo so say great job. Okay, yate that say Agyepong Pempe say the man in the studio has done a great job. Okay, that say yanko YouTube so na yanhwe we so say watching live from USA. Engineer Kwabena Agyepong is a lawyer and NPP man. You should keep it up, Mate. That's chief engineer so that's Kofi Mike say I had nearly lost hope until I heard engineer speaking this evening. My spirit is back. Kofi Mike on so yada say with this ose twenibo say okay ose twenibo de oba so be chiche position a mame nkan the incoming chief of staff under President Bawumia's administration, Kwabena engineer Agyepong. Okay, ose twenibo ayate won wa be position no yada say okay we so say Mike say Kwabena they let Ghanaians know that the economy means more than the CD dollar exchange rate or the cost of kinky at the moment. Yate Crawford so fra na from am fa adwenkyere be se num bi na ye meka di twa to sorry na menya na so line nti wa obetumi afre bia no wa frɛ menya na so. Good evening.
Good evening.
Bacho di be bia akasa free.
Baba for people of Israel include
Mama nti hotel.
The second of what about your two and one number why you have to about me. What we have to my opinion or Yahoo Swa. What we have to be our young for chat. What we have to be our trading for what is the getting a player. You have a command ma. Down what is the getting over command ma. No over my share because Yama.
Mate, meda sepa ofofro enso emra. Good evening. Udin baby akasa free. Bacho mama nti o.
Yeah, FOXZY Senegal because that's what we are.
Yo.
That engineer say, "Uncle, come and kill them." I know more kind. And that's why we are to what's up? This year, Ashanti region. We are so war. When you go to war, you have a swab. You have a swab. And I don't come. The power supply with GMB.
Okay. Mate. Meda sepa mame fa foforo ma foforo make fato so na ntimi fa foforo. Good evening. Mbacho udi baby akasa free. Mame ntio.
Na kaka njira wale fe. Wede de ngia ya nge ya ya mo na mobile.
Yo muhia ya mabambo. Okay, mate.
La njira mabambo
yo.
Ala ya ko ma ya mabambo. Donc pa bo ababa do manyabre. Donc ba ya nyabre. Ya o ko ni bolo bi ma mabambo nja mabambo pa ni here.
Mate, me da se pa me fa foforo so ewo ahoma no so ha. He fato so na unu ya bintimi enwura mu bi. Good evening Pacho Odin baby akasa free.
FOXZY
Nana,
okay, therefore meet you.
Say, medical say, so very honest, and powder. Say, you are Bawumia in Kunimo Ghana. They say, me just prepare the anatomy, the robot. I want people to move here, and then carry a bella. You see, Americans say, oh, you see, America saying, the mammy and son, Baku 3, Baku 2, Baku 1. It may be now said, the case here and Abuama, and the one to me. Now, Upiba be careful, they are not there. So, Upiba may be a jam and answer, and benefit you have been a tree. You I have answered their home. Now, you have part, you can't consider there. You are. Come here, Japan, a Johnny Bibia would depart your job or the woman on the stars. So I answer Yanya to be up for me in Pile, Pancha, Yanya, Mama Party, Yammo verification or buying. FOXZY, Yanko Pong.
Nana also Yame on count, Papa, Manifesto, we will have good evening.
Good evening.
FOXZY
that today.
Victor, me hoya, Mammy.
Manifesto, Kunya, Sena, Mena, Engineer, Kwabena, Agyepong. Asantini ba de share concern na min share he FOXZY on say engineer mu bi se ni nyomo no mo ba no mo be ne be kasa abufuo bi ni no ma bi ehihie mu no na efi mu look at the way we see engineer si kasa oyi ase no ma kuma o chechi so yakopon engineer le nim sha akonya honorable Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de ba engineer no de ebe nyame adum a 7 December the ever trouble amona na be engineer me the medicine there 2 engineer nim chama so no ebua kwa ma ko nim so mo ba campaign ho from macro to agogo kwan no engineer omo moaye national cake no mo cheche no omo hwe ne me na ntuturo kuye
Victor me da se papa also ode yemfa we good evening
Papa ni majo
mejo so
I'll be beginning to chini except na mutua abofra metate
obini meet you
me da se pa engineer wa bana batuma ya nyehwe na enne di campaign for wo omo party ni na including minority leader omo nyina je mu pasia to amomo kumatia ye se kumatia man asante man se ndc ba power yan kumatia man ya pa ni sopa ya bi ja bla ndc ba omo promise one time premium ba ya omo tianya omo ko fa capitation ba ya no kumatia am ndi ba ya o sa asante man tamaka kai no so ko ya pa ba ya se so ete wonyini ya ho enne ya lo ku fa ba ya se mo so ya nya konya ya meko bie ya tre umya mo na ben kan na nye ma pa obu so wo ya yewa ba umya ma to so you get me stay for tuma ndc ya wo the one or 4 years no ka na ga shima on say adia pa
Mate mame fa foforo good evening pacho di baby akase free
opening
yes a black man
na me no ke
de cham so mame ntio
mame fa konya isu na me chia lawyer ba fo ewu a o me chia o ga edu anyimre ya tie gu mu a ye nam a ye house to house na me tse ga na for say me de be na wo tie e je bo we je ba betu ye be tse wo so na mfa enye wa je se wo kodu ma ba san wo koto aba ko che wo da tia agire ye mabure free education no ye to aba aha Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia and Dr. Matthew Foku Frefe no ma fa Frankana iso no ma na afa na tuma pesa ti an ko to aba me ma du fo be fa ko bia ye ti sirima bro black man fa ma kraw
me da se bebre menshia south good evening
yeah but no dey you
pacho udi baby akase free
o wa uni ya u bia ti lo ti le share so
I would do house wo be pia ha koma edi wo kan wo bi de
oh atamba
kabini yanko ore kabini yanko
me mpo atbuno wo de mu me share wo ni na Nigeria ya me de wa de mo na Nigeria wa de ama wa ti me de ma mo de na Nigeria no de ama ko ko ta me no se attention you know problema MP for face no mo yang no Dr. Bawumia obedi 14 days wa ha ni ba ha President Kufadu wo kuma ti ha ko ina bo kuma ti ha ndi bi ka wo 14 days Dr. Bawumia oba tantle dia no nti still met the ga atantle de moment tie ona keta agufo o wa tantle mu ko ti mu ka ta o ba head ba ko fight o de ba tantle de
Mate, serious. Me da sepa what me ababo awura mu a ma unu abi so nkabi. Good evening. Arikus. Arikus.
Okay.
Arikus meet you.
Kojo, yeah, can say on the 7th. Near Bawumia. Nana fo nyina se e kai no. Na ne babia odi na chi aye oso bi mu bia no. Ono so ya kai no ne akoto aba mo. Ne parliamentary independent bia ne ya de ko parliament no man ko mate.
You.
Said the class of for mate no.
Mate.
E ji ese Ghana for so bia to aba ma yura Bawumia.
Me da sepa. Ma me fa ba ku yi emfa ba ku ntwato no nsia ya abo. Good evening.
Good evening, FOXZY Gomse.
Boko.
How do you lampada mo?
Mami tio.
That's what Kwabena.
Engineer da so ha.
I am not saying me when you are Kwabena. I'm need the same date of 6 months. You pronounce it Kwabena, it will be a team in Canada. And yes, I can who went to Jumpa and the sensing of mission. I said the workers are party in the war baby, yes, papa. But great doctor, Aide, himself could be the Abba. What could be changed a politician? He said, did one no, did you know DC for America? Abebu, ye did community, almost a dear chino. Woman in an almost trophy. Now, point the book for that, maybe a melam cat, maybe a tree. After it was very 18 years near Bapa, I said, the minion sacket, maybe a minion bisu, and I'm young could be in me. I remember DC. But I'm not sure any kind of my show. Yes, Muna must have passed number. One country of 4 being yet maybe 1 for 8 years of Modino, and I'm here.
Mami Valley Catona. Yeah, good evening. Good evening. Hello. Hello. Pacho di nkomo wa chiro. Anya kasa na heavy ko ma fo before. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, FOXZY.
Pacho di
Peter la. Because free. Attention to what you papa fee. Let's go back to our question. Open them now. Ana so die Victor kan no me ko agu me so my break kama break ni se kastia pa ga ni instructor to the grade ni pa
okay
me so me send kia de me ya tom enya me ya tom office ni din kunima Victor ko akuma to yam
okay
engineer be ka kire Bawumia mana ba be
na
what ka sa what ba be transfer me say me to ba no na o ka sa engineer ka pa kire me na nto ma tu
okay okay
ato force ni o tu de kwa wan o tu de kwa wan
aba o de o puja to adai ye mvensi yentimi fo bia biem tam no aso engineer na se metwa to tam na 6 aboy ba beko but I creamunsem ze wa na do ho aba jejireji ma me hwewe na yentimi enfa enkomoni nyina no ensi wa ha ma yenchia Dr. Evans Dua or a lecturer at Amstead, Kano University of Winnipeg campus where Kumaze say a friend of Amstead no. Doc a lecturer or so a secretary and a deputy at Wachumang be just out. Doc message the by no boy engineer baso about the way OC champion is a bear a party in him before. So he was not saying say a party or party in move baby near the yana munyana. Clear na into it. Doc, yeah, chair ye papa and every engineer, yeah, sorry.
I would do. The okay. First, Ashanti region, Enye Kumasi. Ashanti region is the largest region in the country.
Yes.
There were 47 constituencies. Bawumia so pese ordinary every constituency. Enti ye 3 constituencies a day. Enti ye be 15 days wa ha. And just ye betena Kumasi for 15 days.
Okay.
So with them so enti at the same time ye spend day wo every constituency. San ye spend day wo Ashanti region.
Okay.
It's just Ashanti region eso. Uko have for 6 constituencies. Enti we be 2 days be no. And it is 15 days, and then just be a watch there, and I be been to Debbie.
Okay.
Name no person or Kobe Bia, Kosra, Ubia, or Kosra. Ubia, and call 1 location, MPs no yard.
Okay.
To be a do call a crew back home, no more quiet stakeholders meeting, no more quiet rally no. and a crew for so maybe so not work or market or back church or more another signing proper grassroots politics.
Okay.
So enti eno de amiji say ne kwanswa no nti matese o maka ni baby o makoche okumase na o mu di 15 days o mu set up honyentra entisa.
Okay.
It's just that the number of constituencies o hano a dozen.
Okay. Yeah that's a papa Sakode Matilda say wisdom is speaking. Yate Sakode Matilda that's papa. You hani adi jumedi ni nyina ACA. O ka bibi ni sorry.
Oh Mesre Ashanti region ni Ghana nyina. Say yenya leader. Ghana enya di kanfo a obetimi dia ko baby papa. O na nisu adi hunu ko akire. He's got a strong vision for the future of our country.
Okay.
Also, buying, he's got character. Or Tima.
Okay.
Or Do.
Okay.
And so he's the only leader, Wakase, Obey BB special for persons with disability.
Okay.
Or any akwatafo. Or dream one more any beho. So I'm with them, John. Enti nipa sana. Politics there. It's a war Tima.
Okay.
So we got traffic light, no drew ho. No who say, when you are bar. Eso ahwede na ne ba hye na chi na wie bono na hwe ahwede bi kro no 50 cities na se bibi anhye wakoma me politics ho
yo
wono so you obi autum se odwe nipa ho
okay
obroni frɛ no empathy
okay
obi do obi frɛ no se to ho ache sacrifice obi do obi obroni frɛ no se humility ahobrase on tetene ho nipa so enti megidi said that's the kind of leader who would define the future of our country.
Okay.
Timesre ubia yen koto aba no boom emano yen okwa free na there should be a heavy turnout in the Ashanti region.
Okay.
And I'm very confident menena ko Ghana henyina all the 16 regions over 270 constituencies and kola school for kola kra ebonidi Bawumia he's become a household name. Okay. And I know 7 December he will be crowned by the grace of Allah and God Almighty.
Engineer Kwabena Agyepong ana Ote Nenkano senior advisor at the presidential candidate Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And go say that chief of staff of baby asa na ubia can say the incoming chief of staff. Ona mne ni din komo ene ewie nwumre. Nyame adoma ye besan hia da